Hello, it's World Video here. Today we got a game between Nurgle's PA as High Elves and Butcherbird on Warriors of Chaos. A little bit of intro to this is that this was played on a tournament called the League of Extraordinary Degenerates, hosted by us on our Discord and C. So I'll put a link in the description below. That'll be kicking back up either sometime during this patch or next patch, just seeing on the state of multiplayer really. But definitely go check that out and play in it if you have next time when we kick it back up. So let's get into the video though now, or into this game. So we have for Nero's PA, he has a Archmage of Life, which is Earthblood and Regrowth. A little bit weird, usually you only see one of these spells, and for usually you only need to cast one of them if you do bring one. For Butcherbird we have Archaon the Everchosen with the Burning Head, Spirit Leech, and his Slayer of Kings. Rather like that setup. Good stuff. And Arcane is a good duelist. I still have the Hell Cannon, or this Hell Cannon ROR Soul Damnation. Butcherbird's gonna do a really good job with this too, and making sure they just pulls it off the RDP so it doesn't get destroyed in the model anyways. I can see the dragons come in here too and make sure he pulls it off when they start to get in here too. It's a really breath attack, so it absolutely wreck it. So that's good stuff by Butcherbird, making sure he's on point. And also a good job making sure he just expends ammo of these like Shadow Walkers and these Reavers on just the Marauders. It's really just a cheap target and they have shield, so really not the best target or use of their ammo for for Nurgle's PA anyways. We'll see though how this works out in the end. I think Butcherbird has the better build here, honestly. As long as we make sure that Arcane doesn't just get sniped out by the two dragons, he should be in for a good time. Hell Cannon is going to start raining shots into the Shadow. Nope, the Dragon Prince. It's a good target there. Lots good at getting the value back with those shots. I'm getting a good job kind of counter skirmishing a little bit. As we're just waiting here as kind of the skirmish phase gets going. We'll pull back the artillery crew back on the Hell Cannon to shoot off into the distance. I'd either probably just set the Dragon Princes. That'll be my best bet. We'll see though. The skirmish game is going Nurgle's PA's way, as you would expect. He went a lot more heavier into this. I'm getting a little worried though. He's running a little lower on ammo on those two archer units, and then the skirmish cap is getting a little low too. Has been really good though. Use the dragons, making sure they hover over this area. So if Butcherbird would to, oh, that was nasty. Down to 8 models, that was good stuff. A little mistake, I think Butcherbird put him in a square formation just by accident. I really got punished there, so that is rather rough. He still has enough to through it, but that is a lot of damage done. He probably brought the breath attack up to some pretty good value, 510, yeah, for one breath attack. From one breath attack, that is really good. A little bit of a mistake though, letting him get caught up here. Really don't make sure that doesn't happen. Another nasty breath attack though, and that does pretty much destroy the artillery. Yeah, it destroys the artillery, or does it? No, it just does a lot more damage to the crew, but they still have enough to actually operate it, so it's still good for Butcherbird. He does need to worry though, as these can probably just get in range as they do, and they're just going to shut that down now. Did so good do some RI damage. We'll see though, as it really didn't do what he wanted it to do. It's only 409 value, not great. The thing costs like, I think 1,200, I want to say off the top of my head. We're going to see nasty Burning Head though if he doesn't dodge. He does get some of them. He does manage to dodge mostly out of it. Good stuff there, but just getting off the spells that he needs to get off at this point is good. Because Arcane's probably sitting on a pretty good chunk of mana. The Spirit Leeches are going to be kind of nullified by the healing, so that is a little rough for Butcherbird though. We'll see. As he kind of just has to wait it out for the Archer's ammo. As really he can't do anything, because if he pushes forward after him, he's just going to get charged down by the Dragon Princes. So we'll see what happens here. And we will see. The skirmish cap is getting kind of picked off too. That is rather rough. Shadow Walker, it's probably got up to some decent value at this point. 340. Not the best. They have been just shooting Marauders, but getting the skirmish cap off is going to be really good for them. Maybe a little mistake, don't push Archaon this far forward. Especially if the two dragons came back, they could do some really good damage if they did. We'll see. The Chaos Knights are going to pull forward here though. And they should be in for a mostly good time. They have the numbers advantage at that point. I'd like to see even the dragons a little bit more active at this point, picking off units that they can get to. As that'll be nasty breath talk. Good use there. It's gonna do some great damage on the Chaos Knights and the Marauders. Really good stuff. That Dragon Prince probably get KO'd just because they're infantry support, and then I think or not the Chaos Knights actually do well in the Dragon Princes. Not the best though, because they don't have armor piercing, but neither does Dragon Princes, so it is kind of just a little bit of a wet noodle. But I think they'll hit in the end. Nasty javelin being thrown into the back of that dragon. They're really good stuff there. Something you like to see Arcane try to pull over, try to help support, and just get some hits on with the dragon. Nice Earthwood though. All that Searing Doom was nasty though. Searing Doom, rather good spell. I didn't actually see that on him too. He does have Searing Doom, I guess. That was rather nasty. Good stuff there. And we will see. A Scourge Cap for Butcherbird is going to get peeled off here. That is rather rough for him, but at the end of the world. It's got some good damage on the dragon. Now we're seeing a mass route from the high elves here on this right side, or the left side. As the dragons have been KO'd, basically both of them, and really it's just coming down to the dragons can really carry this in the end. I mean, there still is a lot of Chaos Knights though, so that is kind of worrisome. As really these archers aren't going to do the most. And they're kind of running out of options to shut down the Chaos Knights. So there really wasn't a lot of armor piercing on the side of the high elves. So it is going to be a rather tough time. I'm a little worried about that, but we'll see what the dragons can do. More skirmish cap just getting shown or thrown in. So we'll see. They should be finished off at that point, just chased off. Another Spirit Leech on the Dragon Princes though. Good use of Spirit Leech. Because just going after Earthling Spirit Leeches on the Arcane would not be efficient. Especially with the healing they have access to. So we will see though. More just stuff getting chased around. This Dragon Prince was a little bit left outside of the formation there. A little rough. But he's getting good damage on these Chaos Knights that were kind of healthy at one point with the Dragon. So we'll see. And it is getting a little actually teetersome for this point for Warriors of Chaos. Both Dragons are going to come in here and beat up on Archaon. Which does pop Slayer Kings will make him an absolute beast in melee. But that is still a 2v1 fight. And 2v1 fights do not go well for the person that's alone. Isn't there nasty Searing Doom? I've loved those Searing Dooms quite a bit. Let's see how much value. Yeah, skyrocket up to 2,000 value. That's rather good stuff. Maybe I like to see him just keep fighting with buff pop Slayer Kings. It does take a while to come back. Maybe just pull the. Yeah, I would have liked to maybe just see him stick there. Honestly. And so the Dragon Prince's and everything is getting very low. And we'll see. Really, it's going to come down to if Archaon can just help karate chop these two dragons down. If he can, then they'll be in a good spot. If not, they're going to be in a rather rough spot. He really needs to make sure he just gets the support of his Chaos Knights in these fights. And he should be mostly okay. He is a very good melee expert. Another nasty Searing Doom that's going to come down here. And that should just route them off, honestly. Yeah, I'd like to see Archaon turn. But yeah, there he goes. Another nasty Searing Doom. Those Dragon Princes do route, so does those, or so does the Ethereal Archers. So that is good, and Archaon does start to fight back and absolutely whoop this dragon a little bit. So that is good stuff. I know the high elves are kind of running out of support at this point. I still am kind of worried about this 2v1 fight between Archaon and two dragons, but we'll have to see. I would have rather liked to see that Breath Attack go directly over Archaon, actually. Those Breath Attacks do nasty damage to single entities, and once they can get rid of Archaon, I think they'll be in a pretty good spot. We're going to do a good job, though, pulling him away from the two dragons, making him have to fight one, using the Chaos Knights to buffer. Rather love the strategy. And he should turn around now and start fighting back. He should anyways, that's what I would expect. The Dragon Pitches do come back in here, though. We'll see how long they last. The Reavers are about to route off again. And really, it's just coming down to the two dragons at this point, basically, as everything's getting super low. Another nasty Searing Doom, really been on point with those Butcherbird has. And we'll see, the Dragon Micro has been really on point too. I'm sure these dragons are up to good value, 1,147. Yeah, they both have pretty good value. I think they've about paid for them, or at least this one has. I'm pretty sure Archmage has it, but she's been providing healing, which has been really nice. So it makes factions so good when they have access to healing. But we will see. As really, I'm a little still worried though. If the dragons do get a 2v1 fight in the end here, it's not going to be a good time. Because nothing will really hold up in this fight if Archaon does die here. And they are going to go in for the 2v1 again. Oh no, I like to see this one pull over here. I do think it is pretty much G over though for the Butcher Bird. Unfortunately, he did a really good attempt. I did like the Searing Dooms are rather nice, but I don't think Arcean's gonna be able to win the 2v2 or this fight here. He does pop his Slayer of Kings buff, which makes him rather good. Melee, but he needs some kind of support for this fight. He can't just be fighting these two alone. Those take so much damage, and he's already 2,191, or yeah. Really just needs to keep swinging at this point. The dragons, it's gonna be his best bet. He really doesn't have much other options now. They're greatly so. Arcane just keeps getting lower and lower though. He might. No, there's an Earth, but that is rather unfortunate. He does get the Chaos Pets in here to help though, and that might even things out a little bit, but Arceon is taking some hefty damage. Another nasty hit goes in, and that really is just what's left for the high elves is the two dragons. The dragons are just going to be a menace for the Words of Chaos to deal with at this point. And there goes Arceon, and that's it. GG, well played. Let's check out the damage values. After the side of Butcherbird, Arceon 4,337, amazing value. Just couldn't quite get through all the healing that was available. Sure, just got mostly KO'd. I'm a little bit curious about the Chaos Warrior pick. I think there might have been better options. They were alright, I think. I think they just got shut down though. Other Cav did alright, and then the Chaos Knights did really well for all of them, or for themselves there. Cannon got mostly shut down, rather unfortunate. And from Renegals PA, I think the Archmage did end up paying for herself, which is really nice with the healing and breath attacks. Same for both the dragons, really. The Dragon Princes just did what they needed to do. In the end there, same with the Shadow Warriors and all that, so I think it was a rather good build. GG's to both sides. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the subscribe button, really helps. And then we'll be back for another one tomorrow. Peace.